Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bad Guitars Podcast, episode number 67, I believe. My name is Andrew.
And my name is Scott.
And, we should jump on into it. We are your weekly gear news show for all things guitar, bass. I never say bass, but we talk about basses sometimes on the show.
I mean,
guitar,
yeah, I would
amps,
say so.
effects, pedals, from builders big and small.
Yeah.
And then, the occasional guitar news story, which we have a couple of those today.
We have one.
We've got a couple of them today.
Okay.
So actually, let's start that out.
Okay.
Today is Saturday, January 10th.
Okay.
And just a couple hours ago, we got the news that Bob Weir of the Grateful Dead passed away. So, pretty sad.
You seem really touched about that.
Well, I mean, I played in like hippie jam bands and stuff with my brother Mike. So kind of sad because, like, when they came back and did Get Dead and Co. with John Mayer, Mike and I always talked about going, but we never did. So it's kind of sad. There's some stuff that was posted to his social media and stuff. It looks like a message from his wife or his daughter or something. But I guess he'd been battling cancer for a long time.
Oh.
So pretty sad. So I think as of now, there's only one or two remaining old school members of the Grateful Dead.
Really?
I'm not sure who's passed and who's still alive. Jerry Garcia was obviously gone decades ago. I believe their original keyboard player, Pigpen, was the first one to die way back in the day. But he's one of the founding members of the band, and he was like the kid of the group. He was very young. So
I can see your wet eye.
My wet eye, yeah. No, I was just kind of saying.
I'm not smiling at the news. I'm smiling at his wet eye.
No, it's
right
just he wasn't like he was not like a big guitar hero or anything, but he was a solid member of the group, and he had a lot of strong songwriting skills and abilities, and kind of sucks. Definitely sucks for his family.
Andrew came to me and he's like, "Oh my God, Bob Weir died," and I'm like, "Who?" Again, I don't want anyone attacking me because of this. I really didn't know.
Well, I mean, the thing about the Grateful Dead too is like a lot of people either love or hate them because they have a lot of songs that are slow and a lot of songs that just go on forever. But personally, I like that kind of stuff. But
okay.
All right. So next up, so that was our obituary of the day. Which a lot of people already put them out. Rolling Stone, looks like Premier Guitar.
And you told me, wasn't there a pedal maker? A pedal maker that was friends with him. Wasn't it?
Did I say that?
You told me. You even showed me. I don't know if it was Keeley.
I don't know. Robert Keeley. Yeah, Robert Keeley.
But I'm pretty sure.
I saw some photos somewhere on Facebook earlier that Robert Keeley had posted like a little thing because they had met like 20 years ago, and he used a bunch of Keeley pedals. He had just gotten into using one of the newer ones recently. But yeah, the dude was still playing and touring up until he died. So, if anyone else could be so lucky to do that, pretty cool. Do you want another news story, or do you want to jump into...
Oh my God, I saw this news story.
Oh, you want to jump onto this one?
On the screen. No, I actually saw it all.
Yeah, no, I saw it too.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be a cool thing to, follow up a sad story with a happy one. So there is a social media... what do you want to call him? Influencer? I wouldn't really call him an influencer. But there's a social media star, Anthony Ferraro, who, if you're not familiar, he is a blind skateboarder, musician. Yep. He's been making videos for at least, 4 or 5 years, I believe.
I really like his videos.
Yeah, so he's huge on social media. I saw this video pop up on Instagram the other day that Victory Amps sent him an amp with Braille text on it.
How cool is that?
So this is probably the world's first ever, vision impaired friendly amplifier. So that's really cool because in the video he gets all emotional about.
I know.
Before he had to ask somebody, what is this set to? What is this knob correspond to? And a lot of guesswork of like just having to try to remember,
No.
Which could be difficult when you have amps with like 8, 9 knobs. I mean, so it's pretty cool that they did that, and they did that right around the same time that they just revamped a bunch of their amps and stuff for 2026. So pretty cool.
I know. I love that. I wish all the brands were more inclusive with those things.
I mean, it doesn't take much to do it,
Yeah.
Just have a machine that kind of presses. I don't know exactly what you would use to fabricate the braille on there, but I'm sure it's just kind of like a press of some kind into the metal.
Yeah.
Like a metal stamp. So pretty cool.
Okay.
So we covered both of those stories. There is one other news story, and then we can jump into gear.
Okay.
So Fender has a new CEO coming in.
Didn't they have a new one not long ago?
No, that was Gibson a couple years ago.
Oh. Okay.
No, there was another brand we covered not too long ago that had a new CEO.
Oh, no, the one that had a new CEO wasn't Guitar Center?
Guitar Center. Yeah. That's right.
Okay, so what's this one?
Usually, big brands like this, big companies, they will bring in a CEO from the outside. You know, they'll bring in somebody from like the tech industry or like Starbucks or something. Somebody who has nothing to do with guitar. But in this instance, this is actually an internal promotion. This new CEO, Edward Bud Cole, he was actually the head of the Asian market for Fender.
Oh.
So he's the one that launched the whole Fender Japanese store.
Nice.
So, yeah. So to compete with I almost said Marshall. Gibson has the Gibson Garage, and they've got a couple locations now with intention to open more. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts opening up more Fender flagship stores. But yeah, he's replacing the current CEO, Andy Mooney, who's retiring after 10 years as the CEO.
Damn. That quote cool that he has there is really funny.
The photo?
No. The quote. What he says that my very first real job interview out of college was with Fender as a PR assistant.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't get the job.
That's funny.
Well, he's a CEO now.
Was that a quote from him, or was that a quote from the previous CEO?
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
It's from him.
Yeah.
Full circle.
But yeah, his current office is in Tokyo, Japan, so he'll be moving to...
What is Fender?
Scottsdale. No, they just moved it from Scottsdale to Paradise Valley. They just opened up Paradise Valley here in Arizona.
Really?
They opened up their new... They've been building it for like months now, their new headquarters.
That's the main headquarters?
Yeah, it's in Arizona. Oh. And then their American factory is in California.
Oh.
Corona, California. But it says he's a player. He's a graduate of 90s Arizona music scene. The likes of the Gin Blossoms and Jimmy Eat World. Let's see. Not to mention Fender's current president of Americas, Justin Norvell. Cole identifies as a strummer and a songwriter. His band, Rain Convention, recorded hundreds of songs and opened for Radiohead in the early 90s.
Okay. Nice.
So this guy's this is the difference too. He's an actual guitar player. He's worked for Fender for a long time. So I'm kind of interested to see what he's going to do. There was a quote somewhere else. It wasn't in this article, I don't think, but it's somewhere I read somewhere else. He was talking about like using AI and stuff for the future of Fender. Obviously, there's not going to be AI guitars or anything, but like probably the way that their website is going to be like revamped or like customer service and all that stuff. But then this year is the 75th anniversary for the Telecaster and the Precision Bass, and the 80th anniversary for the company as a whole. So I'm sure they're going to be doing a lot of interesting stuff this year.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm interested to see what this guy's going to do and shake things up, because he does seem to want to focus on moving the company forward, whereas for a long time, Fender's kind of been stuck in the past.
I mean, we have seen really cool things coming out from Japan, right? Like, yeah,
a lot of the Japanese Fenders, like the Godzilla guitar and stuff. So yeah,
like, hopefully he brings that here,
and he might be able to do something to change the fact that like Fender in the past year, they've had to raise their prices multiple times. It looks like by 5% across the board for their entire lineup. But they did just lower the price. This is another thing we can include as news for the week. They lowered the price in the past week for the Ventera 2 series.
Really?
So NAMM is right around the corner, so they might be bringing in a Ventera 3 series or something else new entirely. Now, any of the new designs that are coming in for NAMM this year, not at all associated with this new CEO, because these were already pre-approved, things that were already happening. But later in the year, 2027 even, I think we're going to see a lot of really interesting changes.
Okay.
So that being said, there is a new Anderton's and Chicago Music exclusive, Anderton's and Chicago Music Exchange. Sorry guys, I was sick the past couple weeks and I still have not fully recovered. So they've launched the Fender Player II Lavender Haze Collection. So they've got the Jazz Bass, the Jazzmaster, the Strat, and the Telecaster. I believe there's some straps and different, picks and stuff and accessories. But I think these look really nice.
Do you?
You don't think so?
It seems like they call Barney to collaborate with the guitar.
This is lighter color than Barney. This is lavender. What I really like is the Jazzmaster and the Jazz Bass have matching lavender headstocks.
I hate that.
You hate that?
Oh God, I do.
I really want.
Oh my God.
I really want one of these two: the Jazzmaster or the Jazz Bass.
Andrew, that's so ugly. I hate that the head's the same color.
No, I really, but
no.
Oh, I don't have it anymore. I used to have the Rascal Bass that had the matching headstock.
No.
I don't think I have anything with a matching headstock anymore.
It really seemed like they called Barney to collaborate with this one.
This is so much lighter color than Barney.
No.
This is like soap color.
Dude.
This is lavender.
No. It looks like it's sick. Like it has a really bad cold.
The Strat and the Tele, these are the same exact models as the regular Player 2s, but they have different colors. That's all it is.
Okay.
All right, guys, this is me editing. Actually, was wrong. It's not just the different colors. It is actually these have different wiring and special pickups that are specific to this model. So there's parallel wiring. The Telecaster and the Jazzmaster have a 4-way blade switch. The Jazz Bass has concentric dual pots, so you have 2 independent volume and tone controls. So really cool new additions to these models. But again, if you're in the US, CME is the only place to get it. If you're in the UK or Europe, Anderton's is the place to go. The Strat and the Tele are $950, and I believe the Jazzmaster and Jazz Bass are $975.
No.
I really want one of those.
I
want that Jazz Bass so bad. The Jazz Bass, ooh.
God, that's so
The Jazzmaster, I could take or leave, but I don't know. I like the cream colored pickups.
Oh my God.
On the Strat and the Jazzmaster.
I hate that. I don't like that. No, it's like it has white and then it has those cream. No.
Okay, so the Jazz Bass. The Jazz Bass is what it is.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan of the Tele because I'm off Teles right now.
Okay.
I just sold my Esquire. I did a video on it a few months back. I sold that. After I did my video, I played it pretty heavily for a while, just here at home, and I just ultimately couldn't get along with it. I just felt like it was so limited in what it could do, which obviously it's a one pickup guitar, but it's just it was. I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't for me.
Okay.
So I sold my Esquire and I'm off Teles for a while. I'm not doing any Teles for a long time.
Until next month that you see something that you like and then you get it.
Well, I don't know. Like even right now, it's like, oh, there's too many Strats in this room. There's 1, 2, and then there's the 2 Yamaha Pacificas. So somehow I've slowly turned into a Strat person.
I'm not a fan of this.
You don't like the Lavender at all?
I don't like
All right.
that.
Let us know in the comments what you guys think about the Lavender collection. I think it's amazing. I love it.
It's like when I see a green guitar. I'm sorry.
It depends on the green. If it's like the British racing green, I like that. Oh no, you know what? When I had that Player 2 Tele, it was in that whatever Player. What is that called? The Player 2 series. They have that green color. I can't remember what it is, but it's almost like a mint colored green.
That color is nice.
I really liked that color for that series.
Oh.
I just made the mistake of getting the Tele when I bought that.
But those like vibrant green colors? No.
Yeah, vibrant greens. I don't like a lot of bright reds or blues. Actually, would you mind grabbing the Jaguar?
Oh my God.
So I did a project recently. Well, I promise you we'll get into the new releases here in a second. I just finished a project this week. And I want to show you guys. I posted about it on social media, and I sent a couple people pictures and stuff. I think it's hit or miss. I posted in a couple of different guitar Facebook groups, like Jaguar groups and stuff, and it was really hit or miss. A lot of people said, "I absolutely hate this." Can we move this a little bit? Sorry, I don't want to bang into it. So it's like really hit or miss. Some people say they love it. Some people say they hate it. I like it. I'm happy with it. I'm really glad with the way it turned out. So I modified my Jaguar. So this is the 2010 Blacktop Series Jaguar. Originally came with two PAF style humbuckers with chrome, or no, they're nickel plated covers, a black pick guard. Did not have the Bigsby. It had like a regular Tune-O-Matic style bridge on it and everything. So I upgraded this, or some people might call this a downgrade. I've modified it several times over the years. I've had the Bigsby on there for a long time. We've got locking tuners back there. Those are Schaller Fender locking tuners. I've got a Fender amp played on the back that's been there forever. So when I did that video on the 1 cent pickups, the other two finally arrived. So if you guys aren't caught up with that, I ordered 3, only 1 arrived. We put it in Cats Pacifica. It sounded terrible in that one in contrast with the other 2 pickups, the stock Pacifica pickups. So I pulled it back out. The other 2 finally arrived after they'd already refunded me and everything. So I installed them in this, got a custom pick guard, and then I have a 6-way switch on here. So you have just the bridge, both of these, just the middle, both the middle and the neck, just the neck, and then position 6 is the bridge and the neck. So really happy with the way that turned out. I'd love to know what everyone else thinks about that one. And I will get a video going on that here pretty soon. So that was, I think, all the Fender news for this week. But we got a light set up in here again. So hopefully our overall lighting is a little bit better this week. I know last week it was a little off. But yeah, you ready for some releases?
I guess.
Okay. So Electro Harmonix, they've been doing a lot of these Pico series pedals. So they have another one. See, I don't know what the end game is here for EHX with the Pico series, because a lot of them are shrunk down versions of pedals they already make. But then they've had a couple new designs like the Swello, the Rerun Delay.
Okay. But
this one is the Pico Intelligent Harmony Machine pedal. So they already have like a nano-sized Intelligent Harmony Machine. But this is a more stripped down version, it looks like.
Okay. And
obviously in the smaller enclosure. $150. And I don't know anything about it. I didn't watch a video or anything about it yet. Let's see. Harmony and pitch shifter pedal packs all the punch of the big box IHM with 10 inspired harmony interval modes. Simply set your key using the key knob and the sharp switch. Dial in your preferred interval and revel in the sound of lush 2- and 3-part harmonies. No additional guitars needed. So yeah, it's a harmony generator. So yeah, it looks like you just set your key, and if you have it sharp or flat, and then what kind of intervals you want. So claims to have ultra fast tracking.
Okay.
For solos and leads. And the mix knob allows you to set the strength of your wet signal from full-on harmony to more subtle shades. And then, let's see, there's the dual button to access 3-part harmonies. Okay, so the push button sets, no? Yeah, I guess so. Sets what kind of harmonies you have, the 2 or the 3-part. I don't know. I've never had good luck with pitch shifter pedals. The Octasci last year, I liked that one. But I was only using like 2 modes on it. So I liked the fuzz side more. In the past, I've had other harmony pedals and just never really got along with them.
Okay.
What do you think of this one?
I don't know.
For $150?
I don't have an opinion on that one. I think it's cheap though.
It is. That's the thing with Electro Harmonix. They always have a wide range of affordable pedals.
Yeah. Like if you're looking for something cheap and that's the kind of thing that you're looking for, I think you can go with them. At least you know it's going to be reliable. Yeah.
So in the past week, Reverb.com put out a video about the old RadioShack Realistic, that was their house brand, RadioShack Realistic Reverb unit.
Okay.
Which was intended for like home stereos and stuff, but Guitarist for generations discovered like you can get a really cool distortion out of it if you push the gain up all the way on that thing. So they put out their video like highlighting like, oh yeah, you can't buy these because RadioShack's been gone forever. But you can find them used from time to time, and people get a cool distortion sound out of them. So coincidentally, like the day of or the day after, our Audio Surplus Effects was like, hey, we actually have a pedal that does this. So this is the Radio Trash Unrealistic Overdrive.
Okay.
So the original RadioShack unit has 3 or 4 sliders on it. I don't have it in front of me right now. For the level, the gain, and then reverb, which is actually delay. They called it reverb, but it was like delay. So delay time and mix and stuff. They took those other unnecessary features out and just gave you gain and level controls, both on sliders. And the price on this is £99.
Okay.
So pretty cool. I think this looks really cool.
Looks really nice, though.
Yeah. So it looks like pre-order is coming soon. Subscribe to his mailing list to get on that. But it's a lo-fi fuzzy overdrive based on the mic preamp drive from the Realistic Reverb unit. Forget about the overrated rich kid Tascams and real MFs. We're using a cheap, shitty RadioShack reverb unit for their blown-out lo-fi fuzzy sound. If you know, you know. The reverb, or more accurately, slapback delay, sucked. It did. Don't pretend it didn't. But when dimed, the mic preamp turned into a scuzzy op-amp fuzz that is secret sauce and sound for some folks. So it looks like it says, I owned one, and I circuit bent it until I no longer worked and missed the gnarly overdrive sound. So that's the backstory behind this pedal. There are some records, I can't remember exactly who, but there are some famous guitarists that did use this on tracks here and there over the years. All right, so what do you want to do next? There's some guitars, there's some pedals.
I don't know. Let's
Don't
just
think we have any
go
amps.
for whatever it is there.
All right, this is one I didn't see this coming.
Okay.
Earthquaker Devices has teamed up with Dr. Z Amps. I believe they're both Ohio-based companies. I know Earthquaker is for sure. So they teamed up for this really cool analog simulation pedal, but it's like 2-powered. So it's the ZEQD-Pre. So this thing has a real tube in it. It sounds cool. You watched the video on this, right?
Did I?
I think so. You told me you did.
Know.
The price is, $3.99, but considering the fact that it has an actual tube in it, has XLR outputs, a ground lift, you can use headphone output on this thing as well. Tons of routing options. So this all-analog tube preamplifier brings together Earthquaker Devices' innovative pedal design and Dr. Z Amplification's decades of tube amp expertise. It has a passive 3-band EQ, professional headphone output, balanced XLR output with onboard analog cabinet simulation. The ZEQD-Pre delivers authentic tube warmth and dynamic response in a complete analog amplifier system that fits right on your pedal board. What I haven't been able to see in different videos, clips of this, and even pictures, it's got to be pretty tall. I mean, you got a tube in there. So let's see. Unlike the common 12AX7 triode, 2 elements plus a cathode, the EF86 pentode has 4 internal elements plus a cathode. The structure yields measurably superior performance. So that's the type of tube you have in there. EF86. Gain factor of 185, significantly higher than comparable triodes. I don't know what any of this means. 44 volt RMS output. So it seems like it takes your internal voltage and rams it all the way up to 44 volts, which is, you got to have a lot of voltage to power a tube. Let's see. The EF86 responds to every dynamic nuance in your playing. Play louder and it cleans up. Dig in and it blooms. Natural expression that follows your hands. It has full frequency clarity. Extended response means harmonic richness without sacrificing definition. The bass notes stay tight. Highs remain bell-like and clear. And then, of course, it has the 3-band EQ. So you can use it as a boost, preamp, distortion, overdrive. You can run it direct out, directly to your recording stuff, or front of house if you're playing live with no amp. Pretty cool. Okay, look how tall that thing is.
Is it though?
I mean, it looks like it's taller than a standard Earthquaker pedal. But again, yeah, $3.99. I've seen some people talking about the price online. It's like, well, what do you expect? I mean, with the features and the components, like that's, that's probably the cheapest they can sell this for. I
mean, it seems like a fair price.
Yeah. And then we've got a cheaper piece of equipment right here.
Okay.
This is the Clara pedals. I don't know how to pronounce this.
What are they located?
Rillum? Huh?
What are they located at? Have we talked about them before?
We did when they first came out, because they used to be a different... They didn't used to be a different company. The company that the employees worked at that started this company shut down. They were... God, I can't even remember.
I don't remember.
What was the name of that company? Before it was Clara, it was a very...
I don't remember that.
I don't know. Do you want to read some of these descriptions on here a little bit? And I will look it up.
What is this? A multi-head delay?
Yeah. But what is the name of that? Rillum? Oh, A-Labs. A-Labs was the name of the company.
Dude, I don't recall talking about them.
A-Labs was a company that was like Amazon-based.
Okay.
Most of their storefront was on Amazon. And they were all a series of inexpensive pedals that did these really crazy things. All these crazy features.
How long ago did we talk about them?
Oh, God, it was months ago.
Okay.
Well, we talked about Clara when they first came out.
Okay, so
A-Lab
the first one shut down.
A-Lab shut down. And then some people from that company started Clara. And then the designs look very similar as far as like aesthetics and stuff. Okay. And the feature sets are somewhat different. But it's like they took everything that A-Labs did and made it even better.
Okay.
But the thing about A-Labs and Clara is that they pack these features in that you would expect from something from like Chase Bliss or Walrus Audio. But they pack them up and sell them super cheap. So I don't know how to pronounce this. The Rillum.
$129.99. That's cheap.
I wish I knew how to say this. Anyway, $129.99. I think the full lineup is $129.99.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a multi-head delay. Let's see the description here. Where's the description on their site? Really nice website too. All right. It is a multi-head delay and modulation pedal inspired by classic multi-track tape echo machines. It delivers authentic vintage multi-head delay textures, lets you explore tape-like flanging and chorus tones born from analog friction, and creates warm atmospheric trails with rich spatial depth. It's pretty cool. It does have a ramp function, which is they're known for like their ramp function. It allows tonal characteristics to evolve organically while the tap tempo and unique twisted tempo control and keep your delay time tightly synchronized.
Okay.
So let's see. It does have selectable true and buffered bypass, multiple stereo modes, and let's see about the controls. Lag time, feedback, mix, rate, heads volume, and lo-fi. There's a knob that's just called lo-fi. So tons of features in this thing for $129. I think the difference between the A-Labs and the Clara, I think the A-Labs pedals had 2 foot switches. But again, a lot of the algorithms are different, but they grew on what the A-Labs concepts were.
And I do see that at least all of the pedals that you're looking at right now are $129.
Except the pitch shifter for some reason is $149.99.
That one is $149.99.
Still, you could build a whole insane ambient textural pedal board minus drives. They don't have any drive pedals yet, but still for under $1,000 right there. I mean, you can have the sounds of $3,000 worth of pedals.
That's cool though.
Yeah, so that is cool, and I like the artwork.
It is. It is really nice.
So it's cool to see them coming out with more stuff.
Okay.
Now this next one, I don't think you're gonna like. I know right away. I'm gonna click on this next one. You're not gonna like.
Just show it to me. Get it done over with. This
is the DSM Humboldt Electronics Dumblifier Overdrive Special Pedal.
Okay.
So this is to emulate the full sound of a Dumble Overdrive Special amplifier.
Okay.
All the features. They're trying to get all the features in here. To me, this looks like there's too much going on. And I don't think there really is too much going on. It's the fact that they tried to aesthetically make it look as close to an overdrive special as they could.
Mm.
So like this weird grill cloth design they have under the. It looks, to my eyes, it just looks like there's a lot going on. So it's hard to like focus on any given thing. But as far as your controls, you have power amp presence and master, overdrive, ratio, and drive, clean volume. There are flip switches down here.
Okay.
For your cabinet simulation. So it says speaker G12M, G12H, EV12L. Then you have size of your speaker. So a 2x12, a 1x12, or a 4x12. And then same controls for left and right. So you have two options for cabinet outputs, left and right. And then you have a bass, mid, and treble control. There's a bright on and off switch, a mid boost, the classic Dumble rock or jazz option. Down here, there's a little flip switch for the function of the left foot switch. You can have it do either reverb or a preamp boost, but not both. And then there's a channel switch, and then there is the on and off bypass. So there's a lot going on just the front of this pedal. The back of it, you have the DI outputs left and right with a ground lift.
Okay.
You have an effects loop built into this thing. And then, where's the input on this thing? Oh, on the front panel, so on the very front of the pedal, you have auxiliary output, high pass or DI high pass, it looks like. Is that what the HP means? Is that high pass?
I don't know.
I guess we'll have to look at the description a little bit. And then the level control for that. And then on the other side, you have the master control for your reverb amount. And then options of plate, ethereal, or room. And then
okay,
on the left side of the pedal, you have stereo quarter-inch outputs and a headphone output and an auxiliary input. And then on the other side of the pedal, the right side, you have your input plus input boost, which is a three-way toggle between low, off, and high. So this thing is packed full of like a million features.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It is a lot. It is.
I do agree on that part.
It is a huge, highly functional thing. So you have your two channels with a shared EQ. I'm just going over the more of the features here. I might repeat myself a little bit here. I'm just looking at like what the exact features are because we were just looking at the pictures so far. Stereo effects loop. Let's see. We already talked about the mid boost. The power amp section fine tunes compression and drive using the master volume in tandem with the ratio and volume knobs. So for this being like a huge preamp pedal, do not believe there's any actual tube functionality in here. Just an all analog driven D-style overdrive special amp emulation in a compact stomp box. So that being said, I don't think we've talked about the price yet. This thing is $569.
I mean, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So I do agree.
Yeah.
It has to be expensive.
Oh, it does.
It does.
It absolutely does.
I don't know.
And all their products are really high quality. They do the whole Simplifier series and everything.
I don't know. I do agree. I think there's a lot going on. It looks like a radio, but that's about it.
It does kind of look like a radio. To me, though,
yeah,
it's just the aesthetics of it. And I get it. They're trying to look like the Dumble. They're trying to look like an actual overdrive special. It's just, it's at first glance, it's like intimidating. It's like, oh man, so much going on here. All right, so unfortunately, Kat had to jump out for a second. She might be able to make it back in before the end of the episode. Our son woke up, so unfortunately, she had to run up and go check on him. But the next crazy pedal we'll look at here is the Ibanez layer delay pedal. So Ibanez went ahead and just released all their new stuff for 2026 ahead of NAMM. So they like to get out ahead of that, and they typically do that every year. So it's pretty cool to see that. So this thing is packed full of features. It's got a ton of knobs. It's got, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 knobs, 3 foot switches, a screen, a lot of stuff going on here. And it is $279.99. So jumping into the features here. It's a stereo delay with user presets and multiple delay styles. Selectable tape, analog, or digital delay sounds, all in a single pedal. You have line or instrument level switch, which adapts to your setup. You can use this with synthesizers, drum machines, whatever you got. You can sculpt an LP filter with dual parameter filter controls. There are mix controls for your wet and dry blend. The time and feedback settings tailor delay time from 40 milliseconds all the way up to 1500 milliseconds, and number of repeats to the exact detail using the screen. There are 8 auto panning modes and pan speed knob control to give the spatial quality of your delay. There is a tail decay, which customizes the tail end depth of your echoes, allowing for decay even after the pedal has been turned off. Individual volume controls per 16th or triplet note with up to a plus 3 dB boost for visual meter to regulate the strength of your repeats. Built-in effects loop can layer additional and external effects, in tandem with the digital delay signal. 20 artist-crafted factory presets, 30 available user slots allow for a plethora of recallable sounds. This does have MIDI capabilities with MIDI in and through for controlling parameters and presets in real time, and USB-C for firmware updates. So in the back of this thing, you've got all these jacks for dual inputs, stereo inputs, stereo outputs, the effects loop, the MIDI in and through jacks on the back. It's pretty crazy, and it's a cool looking pedal too. I really like the artwork on this thing. It reminds me of like old school rack style delay units, or even that TC Electronic one that they put out in the last couple years. So pretty cool. So speaking about Ibanez, they have a lot of new stuff coming out right now. They have the ArtStar series. So they have the ArtStar ASH 300. That's about $1,800. You get it in tobacco brown. Looks like they might have a couple other finishes here. There's also the Artcore Expressionist series that is out. Those are $799. Looks like they have quilted maple tops. And then a couple new acoustics. A lot of these Artcore models. A couple jazz boxes. Some nylon string acoustics. They're bringing back the Zephos, which is their like X-shaped, almost like Explorer style guitar, for $1,099. They're bringing back the Iceman bass, so they have that in flat black for $1,099.99, or you can get the Cosmic Blue Starburst color for $1,199.99. And then they're kind of doing stuff that's like it looks kind of like a mix between a Strandberg or an Abasi guitar or something, or like the Music Man Kaizen. So it looks like they're taking on their attempt at that style thing. With the Alpha A527, A528. Looks like those might be the only two. So those are kind of like weird melted looking Strandberg kind of things. Let me click on one of those and see. They might be headless. Oh no, these have heads on them. So it looks like they have 6 and 7 string versions. Nope, 7 and 8 string. That's what they are. Okay. They've got a new bass workshop up, electric upright. They have a new standard series SR bass. Looks like a couple different finish options on that one. So they've got a whole new lineup that's worth checking out for 2026. I won't go fully in detail on these because there's just so many models. We could be here for an hour just talking about those. And then next up, I think this is a release from a couple weeks back, but we missed it. J-Rocket Audio has a new pedal. It's the Aqueous Chorus pedal. At least I don't think we covered this. It looks very familiar. So this is a chorus and vibrato, I believe. So you have a preamp control, a tilt EQ, controls for speed, mix, and depth. Really cool looking pedal for $250. Let me see what this is, if it says what it's modeled after. The Aqueous J-Rocket applies its penchant for pedals to blend modern functionality with vintage charm. Its stylish hand-built designs provides a diverse palette of both classic and contemporary shimmer. It bridges the gap between vintage Bucket Brigade style effects and modern textures. Features controls for speed and depth along with the tilt EQ. Built-in preamp that sets the level, making it highly popular amongst reviewers. Let's see. I just want to know if it can also do vibrato if you turn the depth all the way up. So whether you're after a straightforward way to widen your guitar soundstage or full-on Doppler effect like swirls, the Aqueous delivers. You can get a fuller multi-guitar sound. Once you got it dialed in, use the mix to blend your dry signal with the chorus effect. Yeah, I guess if you turn the mix all the way up, you have vibrato. Okay. No special power requirements or anything. 9-volt DC. I may have to check out some videos on this one. Looks really cool. And then I think the last thing we have today, it looks like we're already done. The last thing we have today, Kiesel Guitars has a new model. It looks like the Arrow. So after the explosive release of the Kyber and A2, Kiesel developed an instrument for a community seeking tradition with modern features and classic guitar enthusiasts will enjoy. Let's see. Taking design cues from the golden age while maintaining cutting-edge performance, the Arrow remains true to Kiesel innovation but adds timeless twist. Wow, I really can't talk today, people. Let's see. So it looks like, yeah, they take the features of the Kyber in the A2, but also inspiration from the Delos. You have rounded body edges and pickguard, bolt-on construction to pay homage to the classic golden age of guitar, while enhancing features to match the modern era. So let's see what they got. A slotted pickguard, which modernizes the classic feature with decorative slats. So it looks like it's probably just a aesthetic thing there. Signature Arrow headstock reminds me of the the Parker Fly from back in the day. Reminiscent of both the GT and Kyber headstocks, the Arrow headstock capitalizes on the fusion of traditional and modern appearance. Revamped output jack placement. So the output jack is actually on the back of the guitar. It's a Strat style output jack, and it's recessed into the body. And it looks like the jack kind of comes upward from the back of the guitar rather than, Strat would be like down this way. Rounded horns. So the upper horns are reduced to shy away from an aggressive appearance, opting instead for a classic rounded look. And enhanced comfort and balance, further shining classical position. The deep cutaway works in conjunction with the bottom body scoop in a shifted side cut. And then it looks like currently they're only going to be offering this in a 6-string standard scale. Let's see, we can view the specs on this thing, but let's see what the pricing is. Looks like the base model is $1,849, and they require a deposit of $370. So let's see if there's any in stock without having to build them. Oh yeah, they got some pretty custom ones in stock. You'd be better off probably building one. So let's see. Back to that builder thing. Yeah, it looks like if you just go with a basic, it's about $1,900. So yeah, you definitely can see they're mixing a bunch of different features from their various guitars. The one showing right here in the builder for $1,849, I bet it probably could get a little bit cheaper if you mess around with it. This one has 2 humbuckers, a position switch, a blade switch, and a single knob. So there's probably some stuff you could do on here to lower the price, maybe. Other than that, I think we might have missed something. Okay, yeah, from the ones I brought up today, that's all I could really find. So it's pretty cool. We got some stuff from bigger builders, smaller builders, and it looks like a good idea of what to expect from the NAMM show coming up. And then, yeah, I guess that's about it. So let us know in the comments, please. What was your favorite release of the week? What are you hoping to see from all these different brands? What do you expect to see from the new Fender CEO? Do you think we're going to see new Squire lineups, maybe? More paranormal stuff? Or maybe a return to the Pawn Shop series from Fender? Or the Parallel Universe stuff? It'd be really cool to see some stuff like that. Maybe even wider availability of the Japanese models here in the United States. I think most recently the only Japanese model that was like readily available imported into the U.S. was the Aerodyne series, and it didn't seem like that was all that popular. They didn't have pick guards. They didn't really look like Fenders. That's just my opinion, but I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the brand. Like I said, Ibanez has a lot of cool stuff coming out this year, but we don't really know a whole lot more. Maybe we'll see some other brands put some stuff out over the next couple weeks. It might be kind of slow up until the NAMM show, but we're going to cover what we can, and hope you join us along the way. If you enjoy this video, this episode, please like and subscribe. I hate to ask you guys to do it, but it is the only way really to support the channel and help us grow. We've got some other videos coming up. I'm going to do the video on that Jaguar rebuild, get a couple pedals I'm going to do videos on here. I've really just been waiting for my voice to fully recover to do this kind of stuff. Even right now, talking for the past hour, it's been a real struggle. Sorry that Kat had to leave a little early, but we've got a lot of stuff planned for the channel going into 2026. Seems like we might even potentially be having a brand collaboration coming up to do a sponsored video. We don't get a whole lot of those yet. We've done a handful of them, but a lot of the stuff we do here on the channel is fully independently funded. So it'd be cool to do something with another brand. So if that does come out, it'll be here in the next few weeks, hopefully. So other than that, we hope you guys have a good night, a good week, and we'll see you next time.